It's me and Connor.
What?
Connor and me. We love talking Yankees, so grab a
Come
seat.
on.
New York at heart. We rep BX. Chat about the team with no BS. It's Captain's Convos. 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 Captain's Convos.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of Captain's Corner. I am Ryan here with
Connor, and today we're going to be talking the opening series. Yankees sweep the Giants, get all 3 dubs. Let's get into it.
Let's get right into it. Yeah, I mean, incredible start to the season. Clean sweep of the Giants. And, I mean, there's no reason not to be excited as a Yankee fan. I mean, it's only 3 games, but that's about as good as it can go.
That is as good as it can go. And really, the only criticism I could possibly see is that the Giants suck.
Mm-hmm. Which, hey,
You know?
maybe that's a product of how well we played. Who knows? Or maybe they do.
Who knows?
Just suck.
We'll talk about that a little bit later.
Absolutely.
But, I mean, I think jumping right into Game 1, Yankees win 7-0. We have a big 5-run second inning. Game 1, I feel like the headline would just be like bottom of the lineup carries.
Mm-hmm.
Top of the lineup, combined, they went 3 of 19 with a walk. One of those 3 hits was a 2 RBI triple by Trent Grisham. I think we were watching this on stream when it happened. We're going pretty crazy. Oh, do you have a video?
No, I don't have a video, but I do have a graphic just of some of the games.
Oh, I like that. Bottom of the lineup went 7 for 17 with 2 doubles. That 5-run second inning was started by them. Cabby had an RBI single, McMahon RBI single, then the Trent triple. Just overall great play from the bottom of the lineup. Pitching wise, Max Fried 6 innings, 6.1 innings, 4 Ks, didn't give up any runs, only 2 hits, 1 walk. And then our bullpen came in. This will be a theme of this series, but they really just took care of business. No
Absolutely.
issues.
Yeah, I think even across all 3 games, we could honestly just blanket statement it and say the pitching was amazing. Like, there's really not a single bullpen starter. Like, no one had a bad outing. Everyone did their job. So, I mean, big ups to the pitching, because if that's something that stays consistent, man, are we going to be scary. But
we're going to be so good. The worst pitching performance was Will Warren, and he gave up 1 run.
It was incredible.
So,
yeah.
Yeah, no, everyone looked really good. I'm excited for the bullpen. Duvall looked nasty.
Mm-hmm.
And in Game 2, we'll kind of get to what seems kind of like the formula that they're going to be going with for like ends of games. Exciting stuff. Just a great opening day.
Yeah, and I think, like you said, that the bottom of the lineup coming through is kind of the theme for that game. I think Judge got a lot of hate right out of the gate with his 4 Ks, 0 for 5. But I think had I known Judge was going to go 0 for 5 with 4 Ks, I literally would have assumed we would either just scratch out a win or we might have lost the opening day. But it's a great sign when the guy who's your greatest player, the greatest player in the universe, goes 0 for 5 and you still manage to win 7-0. And honestly, in the past, the Yankees have been pretty reliant on home runs. It was very refreshing to see just a string of base hits.
Yeah.
Obviously, best outcome in baseball is a home run. It ensures you get a run. There's nothing to argue there. But it's really, really nice to see guys just hit after hit and kind of feed off of each other. So that game was literally perfect.
And that really feels like it can be a formula going forward, which, might sound stupid if we get a lot of hits. But just for the bottom of the lineup not to be like 3 easy outs.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't, like you said, it wasn't just home runs and strikeouts. They were putting the ball in play. Again, they went 7 for 17, 2 walks. So, almost a 500 combined on base percentage.
Mm-hmm.
You just love to see that. That you can work with that. So that was exciting to see.
Game 2.
Game 2, Yankees win again, 3-0. The headline for this game, Cam Schlittler fucking shits on the Giants. You'll love to see that.
Schlitz on the Giants.
He schlitz on the Giants. 5.1 innings pitched, 1 hit, 0 Ks, 0 walks, 8 Ks. Only 68 pitches. He's on a pitching, a pitch count limit. 68 pitches, and he gets through 5 1/3 with 8 Ks.
I think if he's like has no leash and he throws around 100 pitches there, I think there's no reason he doesn't finish with like 11 or even 12 Ks. Honestly,
Oh, for sure, he's hitting double digits at least.
Disgusting.
He looks so good.
His command, like the movement, obviously he throws hard, but when everything's clicking like that, like damn.
And I feel like I forgot, like, obviously we saw him in spring training and whatnot, and, last year, but he's just like such a big presence on the mound. Like, he's like a tall guy, and like he really does feel like another like Garrett Cole, which is crazy to say, but like
I agree. And honestly, in my opinion, one of the biggest similarities is like they kind of effortlessly throw hard. Like I know Garrett Cole, he can touch like 99, and like when it like both of them kind of in their just motion, like you don't expect it to come out that fast. And then like when Schlittler throws 100, you're like, geez, like it feels like it's so slow, but it's mechanically just so perfect that like I imagine that's even tougher for batters when you're dealing with 99-mile-an-hour stuff and then like high 80s off speed. It's like when their arm action is the same, but it can produce that big of a difference in like in movement as well. Like I agree. Him and Garrett Cole eerily similar, and that's amazing. Amazing.
dude, it's so good. I like huge shout out to Matt Blake and the pitching coaches. I feel like Cam Schlittler when he started was only like a low to mid 90s guy, and now he's like just like you said, no effort throwing like 100. And you can see like our homegrown pitchers have really become a strength. Over the last few years, and like he really seems like he's him.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, just imagine when Cole and Rodon come back. If Fried, Schlittler, whoever earns that fifth spot, we're gonna be so good, dude.
Big time.
And then getting into the bullpen a little bit. So again, this kind of I feel like is gonna be the general end of game strategy. We saw Hill come in. He threw 2 Ks. He was kind of the I guess like a lefty lane. But Cruz, he came in for Schlittler through 2/3 of an inning. He finished that 6th inning for us. And then Hill, Duvall, Bednar. And it seems like some combination of those four, like Cruz, Duvall, Bednar, is going to be the, what we're going with. And then Hill for a lefty lane. They all looked gross.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's fun to have three guys like that can finish out a game, so your starter just needs to get you to that point. And yeah, kind of like Tim Hill, like as that lefty lane, and also like if we try to stick with Cruz, Doval, and Bednar, and one of those guys gets into a little bit of trouble, I feel like Tim Hill is such a stopper, man. Like when he comes in, I feel like he doesn't feel any pressure and he just delivers, and he's got that crazy arm action. So very excited. And the bullpen was honestly something that I think no one was worried about, like Bednar, and we knew like kind of the like expectation or like what our guys could be, but I think we were a little bit nervous about the bullpen. And honestly, that first series, I mean, like it's definitely easing a little bit of those nerves, I'd say.
Yeah, I feel like even we were saying, like, I don't know if this was the last part of the pod before, maybe at the trade deadline, like trading a Dominguez for Jones for like a top end bullpen arm. And if our guys are pitching like this, I mean, maybe we go a different route with that. Again, first series, we'll see how things play out, and the Giants look terrible, but a large part was because our pitching looked phenomenal, so that was exciting. And then our 3 runs: Judge 2-run home run, Stanton solo home run, back to back. You love to see that. That's the 60th time they've done that in the same game.
Unbelievable. And as Mr. Name That Yank told us yesterday, the record is Eddie Matthews and Hank Aaron with 76. I see no reason why Judge and Stanton can't catch them before their time's up.
They're 8th all time right now.
Wow.
Which is gross. They're 2nd all time for the Yankees, only behind Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig that had they've done that 75 times.
Wow, so they're just under that record. Dang.
Yeah. But yeah, it really has been a treat, getting to watch Judge and Stanton bat in the same lineup. It really makes me think back to when we had Soto just the three of them. I wonder what the record is for three teammates homering in the same game.
That's a good question.
Because I feel like the three of them could have like climbed that list fast.
I mean, and just that Judge homer was so important after that first game, I think, because it's like obviously no one should have been worried about him, but it's just nice for him to shut up all the haters.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was 0-0 at the time. That's a 2-run go-ahead homer, just absolutely clobbered. And I just love when you're still celebrating a Judge homer and then Stanton quietly just rips one into the stands as well. It's literally the best thing ever.
It's so good. And another thing with that Judge home run, we see Judge's first ABS challenge, or maybe his first successful ABS challenge. But hey, I don't remember if it was going to be strike one or strike two, but they call a low strike on him, which we know that's been a huge problem for Judge. Kind of like a theme for him these past few years. And he challenged it. He got it overturned. It was 1/10 of an inch below the zone. 1/10 of an inch.
Insane.
And after that, he works his way to a full count and then clobbers a 2-run home run.
Beautiful.
I mean, you just love to see that. We'll talk about this at the end after Game 3, but I love the ABS system.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, even Cam Schlittler, he threw. They called it a ball. Wells challenged it, overturned it for strike 3. That was the end of an inning. So cool, just seeing Wells challenge it, then just walk off the field. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm a big fan, but we'll get into that a little more.
Absolutely. And just a quick note, it's Hank Aaron's also part of the same record with Trio, it looks like, but two different teammates aside from Eddie Matthews. It's Darrell Evans and Davey Johnson.
I don't even know who they are, to be honest.
That's what I'm seeing, it looks like. In the first – actually, I don't know. Maybe this isn't even the right stat, but it seems like that could be the Trio. And, yeah, I've never heard of those two guys. Anyway.
I mean, when you have as many home runs as Hank Aaron –
you're going to fall into those categories, yeah.
Yeah. I guess Game 3 now?
Yep.
Game 3, Yankees win again, 3-1, more of the same. Will Warren looked pretty good, 4 1/3. Not the best performance. He had 5 hits and 2 walks, so there were 7 base runners on. But he only gave up 1 run. You know, he got out of it. We had 4 double plays this game. So the defense was looking great. Yeah, after Warren, we went to Brent Hedrick, Jake Bird, Tim Hill, Bednar with the save. Which I believe that's 2 saves for Bednar now.
Yeah.
So we had a little over-under, yeah.
That's quick.
So you love to see that. Yeah, pitching again did great. The offense, Judge had a home run again. Ben Rice had a 2 RBI double off the wall. Stan had 2 hits. Belly had 2 hits. Yeah, just another good game.
I love to see Stanton batting 500 on the year. That's pretty incredible. Mm-hmm. I mean, when he's just ripping the ball, like we love his homers, but when he's just ripping the ball and getting on, it's a beautiful sight. Scored from second to 1 game. That was really cool to see. Getting the wheels going. And then something I wanted to note from the second game, actually, and it's just because I see the continuity, is I really love Jazz and Cabby being back-to-back in the lineup. I believe it was the second game. Jazz gets on, and they try to pick him off a couple times. He's in the pitcher's head. You can just tell. And then I want to say he stole, or maybe, yeah, I think he stole or something. But then Cabby hit like a weak grounder and like got safe. But just having those two back to back with that much speed, I think is like awesome. Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited. It's like the Yankees. I forget when the last time like we really had a lot of speed. Like it's sort of been a while. It feels like we're just like big, heavy home run hitters. But having guys like Cabby and Jazz, and I mean, eventually Volpe will be back. He's pretty quick. Even Belly can run a bit. But having some speed in the lineup, and especially back to back like that, I think will cause the havoc on the base paths that we don't really get to see too often. I hope that they steal a lot of bases. But
Yeah, I feel like all offseason I was calling for Jazz to be like more of a leadoff guy, just to get speed on the base before Judge. Although you don't really steal when Judge is up, but I thought that would be fun, and he really does just work well. After the heart of the lineup, starting off the bottom, and yeah, him and Cabby, the speed, and then just string together hits. It really feels like that's a good plan for the bottom of the lineup.
absolutely. And I think he only has one walk, but Wells has a really good eye. So I like if he can work walks in the bottom and like get that to the top and just be on base for them, that could be huge too. I know he had a good first game, and then since then he's been kind of rough. But
Yeah, I picked him. So in our preview, our last pod, I picked Austin Wells as the player to watch for this series, thinking he would carry the WBC into the series. He carried it into the game one. So we'll take that. I think I predicted he would go like 5 of 12 with a
who
double.
did I pick Jazz?
Did you say Jazz or did you say Schlittler?
I low-key think I said Cam Schlittler.
I think he did, and yeah, what a pick.
I'm happy to say, and it's funny too because I remember you said you wanted to take Judge, and I was like, well, he'd have to homer like twice for that to count. So Judge definitely would have been a winner. Stanton, I think, would have been a winner. And then honestly, yeah, any like Fried, Bednar, Schlittler, I think those are all like the 5 stars kind of.
Yeah.
But that was a really fun series to watch, man. Great way to start the season.
Yeah. Oh, what do you think about Cam Schlittler's tweet after game 2?
I love his tweet. What was it again?
Keep hating on us.
Keep hating on us. I love it, dude. I love the right kind of chatter on social media. Obviously, like there's some guys, first name that comes to mind is Kevin Durant, that like gets messy with it. As long as Cam Schlittler doesn't get messy, I love tweets like that because like it just you give the fans a little something. And like if you're gonna go out there and throw 8 Ks and 68 pitches, you can literally tweet whatever you want. So that I love tweets like that. I love that he's the guy. Him and Jazz kind of feel like our social media trumpets a little bit, and I kind of love it. So
yeah, who was it? I can't remember who used to tweet like all the different emojis.
Didi Gregorius, bro. I miss those tweets so much. Like Chapman would get the safe, he'd use the rocket emoji. Gary Sanchez goes yard, he'd use the squid like for the Kraken. Such a good time.
God, I miss him. Cool seeing him homer in the WBC.
Facts, that was awesome.
Yeah, and if Volpe comes back, maybe we just get Didi back instead. But Cabby looked pretty good. He did have an error, and I think it was game 1. Kind of a tough hop, but MLB shortstop should get it. But after that, he looked good. All the double plays in game 2 or game 3. Yeah, him and Jazz looked really good turning those. So
absolutely, I think I was just on a group chat. They were kind of talking about it. Like, I'm excited about Cabby, but I think that like anyone writing off Volpe as like having a chance is a little crazy. Like Cabby, he's doing what he's supposed to do right now, but I just want them to have competition when both of them are healthy. Like I want them to bring out the best in each other. And then when the time comes and we have to say, hey, this guy's the one that's been performing, let's use him. Like I'd really prefer that option because I think they're both like borderline like starting shortstops. I think like Volpe's still really young. He's got a lot of potential. Cabby's a bit older, but just makes me feel a little safer when he's out there, at least so far. Considering last year too, he's been pretty great with the Yankees actually when you think about it.
He's been incredible for us.
Yeah, like that walk-off on the last game to keep us tied with the Blue Jays. Yeah, I don't know. I want there to be healthy competition. I'm rooting for Cabby. I'm rooting for Volpe, and hopefully, like it just works out. However, it kind of goes. But he's been awesome.
Yeah. Just great opening series. This our next segment is going to be Judge's trial, and that might be a little tough with how the opening series went, but we got something to talk about.
Yeah, we're gonna get a little creative. So here's what welcome to Judge's Trial, courtesy of Captain's Corner. Order in the court, order in the court. We are so back. So I'll start with mine. We both kind of had unique picks for this week because, like you said, it's hard to really have anything to be upset about. Um, my prosecution is going to be with the Yankees team as an entirety. I think
Okay.
that yes, that was an amazing series to open the season up, but the last 2 years actually. So this is the third year in a row that we've opened up with a sweep.
Yeah.
And both of those years did not win a World Series. Both of those years also, man, that June swoon, especially last year, was brutal. So although we came out hot, it's we always do. So it's like what really makes this year different? And so I'm kind of putting the Yankees on trial just in regards to like why can I trust you, Yankees? Like as a fan, why is this year different?
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of been how the last few years have gone. We start off super hot, and then we suck for a while, and then we get hot again in time for the playoffs, and then we ride that out. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see if we can break that this year, and just be a little more consistent. I think that they will, but yeah, I mean, I feel like it's hard to criticize them, just because hey, we got 3 wins on the board.
Yeah, it's impossible to make them guilty of this because we're literally 3-0, and that's what like why would we want anything else? I don't care if it's faulty or what have like not faulty, but you know what I mean. If we do have that June swoon, it's not like I wish we didn't win those 3 games. So of course they're not guilty of this, but it is just something that it's like we've been doing this. We always come out hot. It's like can we and listen, it's a 162 game series. You're not going to win them all. You're not going to be hot the whole season, but it's just man, some of those times where we get into like these deep losing streaks, it's like, man, if we would have just won 3 out of like those 9 that we lost in like that 3 week span, it's like we could have been in a much better spot at the end of the season. And yeah, obviously they're not trying to lose any games, they're trying to win, but baseball I think is a game of streaks and kind of runs. So hopefully we don't have that this year. But yeah, not guilty. Great series.
Yeah, and really only time will tell if they kind of repeat that same cycle. But either way, let's enjoy the hot start.
100%. And who would you like to put on trial?
Yeah, mine kind of piggybacks off of yours, and I'm gonna put the Giants on trial.
Mhm.
As great as the Yankees looked and the Yankees pitching looked, the Giants looked really bad.
Mhm.
Like uncompetitive at bats. They had 1 run the whole series. Um, I don't think they had more, but they had 3 hits the first game. The second game, did they have 1?
I can pull this up real quick again. Oh wait, this is the Yankees. Never mind. Like, is there any box score? No, I can't see it.
Yeah. Just really not a lot going on there. Again, they had like the 7 base runners against Will Warren, but they only turned that into 1 run.
Mhm.
Um, so I am curious how kind of how much of it was us and how much of it was the Giants.
Mhm.
Um, so it'll be interesting to see kind of the next like 2 or 3 series how we do. But yeah, Giants. I think they got to be guilty of this one.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think
Horrendous.
this is our first guilty verdict. I'm confident in saying, and not guilty in the sense that this is going to represent their entire season, but guilty in the sense of they were horrendous this series.
I mean,
Um,
it will look like they thought it was still spring training,
and
and
dude, to open it up at home, like you got your home crowd there, and the Yankees just come into town and make you look silly. That's gotta hurt.
they looked like a AAA team.
Yeah. And they're guilty too because it's like they have talent. Like they got Raffy Devers, they got Matt Chapman, Arias is a base hit machine, like Helio Ramos, Willie Adames, right? Like these are guys that like their lineup looks good.
Yeah,
But they looked bad. I mean, we dog walked Logan Webb the first game, and he's a
yeah,
guy that even in the WBC was electric. Like I think that it is much in part that the Yankees are a great team, but I think the Giants were just not ready for baseball. So they are absolutely guilty. That's our first guilty verdict yet, and hopefully in the future we can rule the teams we play guilty more often because it means we probably spanked them. Um,
yeah.
But it
Yeah,
feels
and
good.
it feels great. And I think this kind of leads to, I guess, how fans were kind of talking about the Yankees online and just some Twitter takes that we saw we want to react to.
Mhm.
The first one was just Yankees look great, but how long will we actually play this well?
Mhm.
What are your thoughts on that? I mean, we kind of just talked about it, but
Yeah, I mean, I did put them on trial for that. It's tough because it's history tends to repeat itself, and we've seen it a few years in a row. Um, but I do like to think that, like, now, granted, like, yeah, we lost Juan Soto. Um, that was the year we went to the World Series, but it does feel like over the last few years, this roster has like been like fixing itself out. It feels like picking up Jazz and like getting him on the team for a few years. Last year's like free agency, like Bednar, getting him, Doval, like those were all pieces that I remember that first game that they played, like they literally blew like a 7-run lead, and it was like, wow,
yeah,
all these elite guys we got just, but having a full season with them and the talent they have, like it feels like our roster's really like shaking out and like really coming together. So I think that if there's ever a time where like guys will pick each other up, because listen, also these last couple of years, if Judge is off, the team is off, right?
yeah,
Like he's such a part of our offense. If you take his stats away from like last year or the year before, it's like we probably look not good at all. Um, but so like yeah, if I think it'll be better this year. I think even if Judge go like has a couple stretches where he's not as good, I just think that there's enough around him now. And these are guys that have been in the Bronx for a couple years now. I just feel like it's going to be more consistent. That's kind of my thought.
yeah. I do think over the years we've just gotten more depth.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, there was always to complain about not having enough lefty bats. Now it almost feels like we have too many.
Mm-hmm.
But for Yankee Stadium, that's great, and the caliber of lefty bats that we have, just with the Belly or Jazz, is high. And then with a Cabby or some of these guys that just can really contribute and add something else to the team, whether it's the speed or the defense or whatnot. Yeah, it's been fun to watch.
Mm-hmm. Big
Are there
time.
any other Twitter takes you wanted to react to?
We had a little bit of a chirp at us. Brent Radlinsky over at the his podcast. I think it's the 1420 Sports Bar podcast, but he chirped at us a little bit, and we're going to talk about this at the end. But we did the 999 challenge yesterday, and he tweeted at us and said something about how can we do the pod after drinking 5 Mickeys. Listen, I don't know if it's a chirp. I don't know if he's just trying to send a little shot at us. But what I will say is this: we drank 9 12-ounce Michelob Ultras. We had 9 full-size hot dogs over a maybe a 2.5-hour game. And we did that, and that was our Saturday. And I'm proud of it. I woke up this morning feeling accomplished, a little lethargic, but accomplished. So
Yeah, I think this is the most fulfilled I've felt in years. And
fulfilled and filled, both.
yeah, let's just get into it now since we're talking about it. We did the 999 challenge. We
Mm-hmm.
watched the was it the Cubs versus the Nationals?
Mm-hmm.
My God, the Nationals look bad.
The Cubs
Um, they spanked them. Um, yeah, the Nationals had some plays where like players are running into one another. Happened like back to back plays. It was not a great watch. Yeah, but it was a ton of fun. We had the hot dogs ready. We were both sipping um, the ultras. Yeah, I honestly not as hard as I thought it was going to be.
No, I think yeah, I think I was smooth cruising till maybe like the 7th, when it was like, oh boy, like looking at the 3 more hot dogs, 3 more beers. But it never felt impossible. It felt like maybe like an extra 5 minutes would be nice, an inning here or there. But no, it was always doable. And then like, yeah, I mean, afterwards it's kind of just like it's like a what do I do now? It's like my stomach is very full. I'm
Mm.
pretty drunk, and it's like 5 o'clock on a Saturday. Like, where do I really go from here? I think that's the toughest part. But yeah, not hard at all. Pretty enjoyable. And we streamed the whole thing. So if you're interested, honestly, you can click on the stream. I was doing this earlier and just go to a random spot, and something funny probably was said or done. I mean, the deeper you go in the stream, the better, obviously, because there are more dogs and beers consumed. But yeah, it's not on my radar to do it anytime soon again, but I'm not opposed to doing that again in the future. And I think me and you just talked about it, doing it outside on like a deck, like where you could walk around a little bit, probably better.
Yeah, and I think we are going to challenge Brent to do that. Just if you're going to tweet at us, let's see it, brother. So
Absolutely, you got it. Yeah. No,
excited for that. I'm sure he's going to do that soon. So be on the lookout. Yeah, how are you feeling? Like as the game went on, I think part of what helped was actually the speed because I feel like my body didn't have time to react to the amount of food and drink that I was, shoving down my gullet. Um, first 3 innings, easy. Started to feel in prep like did not eat anything all day, because I was really worried about the hot dogs. Didn't think about the effect that would have on the alcohol. That hit a little faster, but then you go through 4, 5, 6. That was honestly, I felt great going into the 7th, and then just knowing there's only three of these left. It really, I feel like the only inning that it felt bad was the 9th.
Yeah, and it didn't help that we didn't get a bottom of the 9th.
Yeah, so we had to like chug the last beer.
That was tough.
But yeah, overall great, a lot of fun, honestly.
Yeah, like it was enjoyable. It wasn't like brutal. Yeah, I feel like in the future we got to do it for a Yankee game for sure, like a Saturday afternoon. But that's a lot of hot dogs, man. That's a lot of hot dog.
A lot. And honestly, this might be crazy, but I think I might have some tonight for dinner.
This might sound even crazier. I had 2 for lunch today.
Yeah, because you need 9. Normally they come in an 8-pack, so
I got 16.
I do just have like 7 more to eat. So
and I wasn't stoked to have a hot dog, but like I still enjoyed them. Like
they're pretty good, dude.
I need to get rid of them, and no one else is going to eat them. So it's like, yeah, I'm going to have hot dogs.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely enjoyable though. Fun to watch another team. We thought the Yankee game would maybe be a little too late. So that's why we did an earlier game.
I'm glad we did that, to be honest, because I think I would have just knocked out right away if we did it at 7. So it was kind of fun to see how it like affected me, sort of.
Yeah, and honestly, I switched to water after that and just kind of like chilled for the rest of the night. Put on the Yankee game, played some MLB The Show, which we might need to stream that. We've been playing co-op, a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
But yeah, good time. Look out for Brent. So
yes.
Do you want to go to series preview?
Yeah, let's do it. Let me throw this up on here. So these are the pitching matchups we got coming up. We got Weathers versus Castillo tomorrow, Monday. Then we got Fried, Gilbert, Schlittler, Kirby. My first initial thought when I saw this was, oh boy, like, I mean, Logan Webb was supposed to be a test. We literally shelled him, so it's like I can't get too nervous about this. But that's a tough little three pitcher run. I'm seeing here Logan Gilbert 5 ERA, so with 7 Ks, so it seems like he got shelled a little bit his first outing. But yeah, I don't know. What are your thoughts?
I mean, I feel like Gilbert's going to bounce back. And this is kind of like the Mariners' strength is their pitching. Especially their starters. So it's just kind of the name of the game with them. So yeah, it'll be interesting. Honestly, though, we do have Fried and Schlittler going, and they looked incredible. Just both lights out. So that is exciting to see. Weathers versus Castillo will be interesting. Because Castillo has top of the rotation potential, but he's kind of evened out, especially on the Mariners staff, as like a middle rotation, like end of rotation guy. So it'll just be interesting to see what he comes at us with. But yeah, it'll be a good one. You want to talk about Cal Riley a little bit?
Yeah, he is currently Cal Riley's 1 for 11 with 9 Ks. And listen, I I don't hate the guy personally. I just hated all of the MVP talk and how people were saying like, "Oh, he's a catcher, like he should win it. He's doing what Judge does, but he catches." Blah blah blah. And then he has an abysmal World Baseball Classic. No one makes a peep about him, but people are coming at Judge because of big spot. Oh, this and that. Now Judge has 2 homers on the year. Judge is cooking. Cal Raleigh fell off. He's right now he's terrible. Like the WBC combined with these first few games, like one for 11 with 9 Ks is a bad start. Like I know Judge has a good amount of Ks just because of that first game, but then he comes back with 2 homers. Like I don't know. I want to see some criticism of the should have been MVP, which a lot of people said.
Yeah, and Judge is, I believe, 2 for 12?
That sounds about right. Yeah.
So you look at that and you're like, oh, okay, he's only one more hit, but both of his hits were go ahead home runs,
Exactly.
literally to take the lead. Where if you take those runs away, we're only up by 1 run or we're tied.
Yeah, potentially we lose one of those games, honestly.
Yeah, so like but he contributed to 2 wins, 2 of the 3 wins. So you cannot say that with Cal. Now, obviously, I do think he'll bounce back.
Yeah.
But it is just nice to see him struggling as well with all the talk about Judge.
Yeah, I just want to see people come at him a little bit. I mean, I know the Yankees, it's much bigger market and all that, but like the Mariners had a huge run last year in the playoffs. They're on a lot of people, like they're S tier of a team this year. So like, I mean, I want to see them get chirped a little bit. Like that's 9 Ks, man. And then this is random, but going back, we talked about Will Warren a little bit and how like he had a lot of traffic. I think I said that this in the offseason, like that's kind of how it's scary because I always think it's going to blow up, but he miraculously gets out of things very well. And I wish that he wouldn't put himself in these positions to begin with. But like you said, the ton of double plays turned yesterday. And that's kind of like his superpowers. Like, yeah, the base runners will get on, but he's going to find a way to get double plays, like short pop flies. So like and that kind of makes me think like he could be a really important piece in like a bullpen just because like I feel like he knows how to get that right pitch. So if he could come in and instead of getting traffic on the bases himself, like manage them, I feel like that because there's not going to be a spot for him in the rotation at some point.
Yeah, I don't know if he would make our bullpen when we have guys like Heel and like LaGrange just throwing gas.
True. But I don't think LaGrange is going to be up anytime soon because I think that they like him as a starter and it's kind of like the Spencer Jones thing where they want him to get like as many innings as he can. I want it. I just don't know if they will, but like I don't know, like a Brent Hedrick or Hedrick, like I feel like he could probably go.
Yeah, I mean, hey, him and Jake Bird, they both look good. They both got, they both pitched in, was it game 1, game 2, or no, game 1, game 3.
Game 3.
And they both look good. So it'll be interesting. I feel like they do kind of both fill the same role.
Mm-hmm.
So I think eventually one of them will probably go. We do have Ryan Yarborough as our long relief guy. A spot starter. He's a lefty. Are we gonna have a righty version of that? Maybe Will Warren or Heel or someone does go to the bullpen. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see, but I do think between Bird and Hedricks, one of them will probably end up going. So
yeah.
I did want to pull up. I'm looking at this. The Yankees are the only. Is this right? The only undefeated team in the AL. Yankees and Blue Jays.
Yeah,
they're playing right.
Yeah,
they're playing right now. They're 2-0 or 3-0. Everyone else has lost so far.
That's pretty incredible.
So you love to see that. And of course, I have an old computer and my mouse has just disappeared. I'm trying to click on the NL, but I cannot. Can you maybe pull that up on yours?
Absolutely.
Just look up like MLB standings and then go to the NL.
So let's see. The Yankees are 3-0, Blue Jays 2-0. The The Marlins, Mets, and Braves are all 2-0. The Dodgers are 3-0. So the Dodgers
Okay.
are the only other 3-0 team aside from the Yankees.
Hmm.
But
I mean, yeah, you love to just see them stacking up wins, though.
mhm.
We're looking good. We're definitely looking like we're going to be a top team in the AL, obviously, but it's just nice to see the standings that we're one of two teams left
it's
already.
it's obviously as early as it can get, but the American League East, it's the Yankees, Blue Jays, Orioles, Red Sox, Rays. I could definitely see that being how it ends, to be completely honest.
Yeah, and I could really see a minimum of two teams from the AL East making the playoffs.
100% agree.
Yeah, I mean, maybe even all, three, but
Dude, you know what's crazy too is like the Dodgers, like I know that they have the Padres in their like division or whatever, but the Rockies, the D-backs, and the Giants, I just feel like they don't even have any competition getting to the playoffs. Like they're obviously one of the best team in baseball, but like we got to send someone else in there to try to take them down.
I mean, a part of that is because of how good they are. Like, the Giants are typically, I know this year's they were not, um, but, they are typically a good team.
True.
Um, and in just the past few seasons, I can't remember if they hit 100 wins one year, but um, they've had good seasons. Same thing with the Diamondbacks; they're always kind of sneaky good. Um, yeah, the Rockies. I mean, that's just an automatic win.
Yeah, they borderline should get relegated.
Could you imagine if the MLB did that relegations?
That would be insane. 2019, the Yankees won 103 games. Wow. Yeah. Something else I wanted to. Oh, I just saw on Twitter that Aaron Judge just surpassed Manny Machado in career homers, and but he has 3,192 less plate appearances. Um, and I know Machado's not necessarily like a home run hitter, but that's pretty unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean Machado hits his home runs. It's just Aaron Judge's. There's a
Yeah,
different level of home run hitter.
exactly. And but like that many less plate appearances, like that just shows you Judge's greatness. Like it really is unbelievable.
Because Manny Machado's that guy
Yeah, he's
for
amazing. He's
so
premier
many
player.
years now. Yeah, I mean
So
I'm sure you could find that for a lot of like really good players that Judge is like surpassed them or whatever, and I'm sure the plate appearances are like crazy different. Um,
definitely.
yeah, it's just nice to see, the start of his fourth MVP season.
Mhm.
Should be fifth. Starts off two dingers. You know, um, yeah, surpassing people. You love to see it.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I guess we can hope a little bit that he kind of straightens out the strikeouts and the batting average. I think that'll come. It's the first series, but listen,
Yeah, everyone,
if he wants to hit 2 homers every series and bat 200, if he hit 2 homers every series, he's probably going to put up a world record or an MLB record. So we wouldn't be upset with that. Um, yeah,
yeah. I mean, overall thoughts. Pitching is looking good. The lineup's looking good. Um, yeah, there's really nothing to complain about yet. First series, we'll see how things go, but great start.
absolutely. It stinks that the Mariners games start at like 9:40. I hate those late night starts. But
Yeah,
I'll do my best to stay up, of course. And yeah, I'm excited for just the consistency. It stinks because like we get opening day on Wednesday, and then they're off. When were they off? Was it Thursday or Friday?
Thursday. Yeah.
And then they're off again today. So it's like, yes, baseball's back, but then now we have like two off. Like it feels like the Yankees play baseball every day. So to get two off days this quick is like odd. So I'm excited for them to get like that consistency back and just have Yankee baseball all the time, man. And 3-0 start, no complaints. Let's keep it rolling. Let's get guys going. And yeah, now we can just happily wait for Carlos Rodon and Garrett Cole to come back and just add to this insane team.
Yeah, yeah. There are. I feel like past years, Aaron Boone has always said that people coming back from injury around like the trade deadline, like, oh, those are our ads and whatnot. And I feel like it actually feels like this season it's gonna really feel like that.
100%.
So yeah, I'm excited, and we still have trade pieces at the deadline if we want.
We have a
So
lot of trade pieces.
oh, between the pitchers, our top hitting prospects, yeah. And this with we've always talked about like Judge's window and whatnot. This really feels like a year to push for it.
100%. Yeah, they all are. But like you said, with how many pieces we have, like our AAA team is borderline a 75 win team in the MLB. Like Dominguez, Waldo, Spencer Jones, LeGrand,
Heal.
Luis down there right now. You have Elmer Rodriguez. Like we have to move some of those guys and get some key pieces to help us to make that World Series run. Just have to. Yeah, Judge is 33, I think. Like,
Yeah.
gotta.
Is he older?
Maybe 34.
I think so. But
yeah.
Yeah, now's the time, baby. Great start to the season. Let's go. We're at 46 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we do a little quick game.
I'm down. Yeah, and we got it. You got it. Do you have a song ready too?
Yeah, let me pull one up.
I'll start the game. Let's do the number one that we like doing.
Okay, I'll cover my eyes while I'm looking for a song.
It sounds good. All right, you're good.
Yes, sir. We're going. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll do this one next. Oh, yeah. Okay. Cool.
Whenever you're ready.
Yankee players opening series performance.
Yankees players opening series performance. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go Randall Grichuk.
Okay. So he did play one game. I don't remember him doing anything. I guess this is one thing we didn't really talk about, but we did have a different lineup. Righty versus lefty.
Mm-hmm.
Against the lefties, we had Goldschmidt in there. We had Grichuk. Who was the other one that we had? So just Rosario at third, I think.
Yeah.
And then we eventually, subbed them out once we got to the bullpen for their counterpart. I don't think Grichuk got a hit though. And he played one game, so I feel like we're looking at like a 1. This is, it's a 1 or a 2. I feel like. I'll say maybe this is similar, but a Yankees outlook for the season, a player.
A player's outlook for the season. I'm gonna go with maybe Ryan McMahon.
Oh, McMahon's higher. McMahon's definitely higher. Did I forget that? Did Grichuk do something?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Well, McMahon is definitely higher. Great glove. If he can just get his back going a little bit more. Didn't have a great hitting series. But in terms of outlook, see, that would make me think of 4. But with Grichuk, maybe I'm around a 2 or 3. I'm thinking 3 right now. Topping on a hot dog.
Topping on a hot dog. Wow, that's very relevant.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say mayonnaise.
Okay. I'm back down low. See them that answer, and then the first answer, I'm like a 1. McMahon, I feel like is slightly higher than that, so I'm gonna go with 2.
That is correct.
Let's go.
Yeah, I should have thought a little bit harder, but now I'm glad that I said McMahon because Grichuk was an absolute 1. Manny's very valid as a 1, so I'm glad that I brought you up that way.
Yeah,
I was just looking at the lineup, and literally everyone in the lineup, I feel like their outlook's amazing. So I should have went with like a Brent Hedrick or like a low end reliever, but it worked out. Good stuff. All right, I'll go
you love
five.
that. All right. Go. Okay.
I'm gonna start with your same question. Give me a player and how they did this opening series.
I'm gonna say. I'll say Aaron Judge.
Well, okay, so brutal first game, but then homered the next 2 key homers. I'm gonna say I'm sitting at like a 7 or an 8 probably because I think Stanton and Schlittler would have been 10s. A 9 could have been like a Freed. Yeah, I'll say like I'm right around an 8. 7 or 8. Let's go an amount of hot dogs to eat in one sitting.
Amount?
Yeah, like what's your dream amount? And you want a hot dog. Like you can't just say 0 and expect me to think that's good. Like you're craving a hot dog. How many are a good amount?
See, this is hard because I feel like it's like a real bell curve, like a real steep bell curve.
Yeah, once you hit a certain
hmm. I'm between 2 numbers. Hmm. And you're craving them specifically.
Yeah, you want a hot dog.
I'll say 4.
4, okay. I feel like 3 is probably the sweet spot. 4 feels like maybe 1 extra too many.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like 2 or 3 would have been like a 10 or a 9. 4 really feels like a 7 or an 8. Well, I'm really stuck between those 2 numbers. My last question, give me a Yankee player based on speed throughout history.
Throughout history?
Yeah, any Yankee player based on their speed.
Okay. I'm immediately so many names going through my head. I'll say Jeter.
Jeter, okay. I mean, all-time Yankees. He definitely wasn't slow. Relatively pretty quick. But definitely not 10 or 9. I want to say not even an 8. I'm going to go with a 7.
That's correct. Let's go.
Oh, good last answer. Beautiful.
Let's go, baby.
I think we're I want to say like we're 9 of 10 at this point. Or 8 of 10.
Yeah, I think it's 8 of 10. Yeah. Our last time we did this, yeah.
All right, listen, 80% win rate's pretty good.
Yeah, hey, I'll take it. Any last thoughts on opening series?
No, I'm just excited for tomorrow. Get back on the horse, and I really can't wait till the Yankees come play a series at home, and we can hear that roll call for the first time. But now you have great opening series. Let's keep it going, and let's go Yankees.
Yeah, one thing before we go, actually, let's each pick one player to watch for the next series. That this is our prediction for players that are gonna have a good series. You have anyone in mind for that?
You go first.
I mean, I think Stan just continues doing what he's doing. I do think Judge does as well. I feel like those are the obvious picks. Same with Schlittler and Fried. I'll go with Stanton.
I like it.
I mean, he did have the home run, but he also, multi-hit games. Like you said, a 500 batting average. Just seems like he's on fire right now. He had a great spring training, so I think he'll keep that going.
It's a great pick. My first initial thought, who I'm not going to go with, was Jazz. I do think he's going to have a really good series. I'm going to go with Jose Caballero. I think
Ooh, I like that.
I think this series he's going to flash the leather big time, but I also think he's going to have maybe one or two very big hits, and just have a good series overall. So yeah, I'm going Cabby. Maybe a couple stolen bases.
All right, so Stanton and Cabby, watch out for them. Song suggestion for this pod: Photosynthesis by Saba.
Photosynthesis by Sabo.
Fantastic.
Is that one that you've put me on to? Because I feel like I remember you saying that, but it probably wasn't on the pod.
Yeah, I as soon as this song came out, I've been like fiending this since college. Fantastic record. Saba's great. This was kind of the first song of his that I feel like got me into him. Made me check out his stuff. So, Photosynthesis by Saba. I think that's it. Great first pod. Great opening series. Let's go Yanks.
Absolutely. Let's go Yanks. Taking on the Mariners. Catch us. We'll probably run a midweek pod this week. I feel like it'd be good to do one after that third Mariners game.
Yeah.
I believe that game is at 4:00 on Wednesday, so maybe we run a pod after that game and get it up baseball.
Yeah, I like that.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
everyone, have a great day. Like, subscribe, comment who you think is going to have the best series this week. And as always, let's go Yankees.
Let's go.